think I am live on YouTube. What's up, everyone? Yeah, I'm looking at this Ancestral Path Tarot. Ancestral Path Tarot by Cuccia-Watts. This is a really interesting deck. I just randomly found it. Most of the decks I find are on Facebook Marketplace. So here's the box. The world on the back. Ancestral Path is a unique multicultural deck that highlights human experiences by examining the traditions and spiritual beliefs of 4 different ancient cultures. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty interesting deck, so I picked this up. Let me look here at my settings, see who's checking in here. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna definitely look over this deck. I was really excited to like look at the pictures are just really amazing on this deck. So I'll be looking at some of these cards, and one thing that's different about like every deck, I mean, other than the pictures, is that they have different stories. They have different words connected with it, and sometimes it like will say things in there that don't that make you think about, you know, other aspects, other possibilities of how the card is actually showing up in our life. So the pictures are really amazing, especially if you are really into ancestral work, connecting with your ancestors, and you're just like really interested in history and cultures and understanding where we came from in our past. So yes, these cards are huge. You see how big they are? They're like, so in order for me to shuffle them, I'm gonna have to do some work here, but really beautiful pictures. Here, I'll put them on this camera. The whole, there's no edges to them, and even on the cards, they're pretty big cards. Alright, so just here in a moment, I'll be looking over the Ancestral Path Tarot deck. And if there's anybody tuning in that would like to get a reading or have a question, just put something in the comments and I'll get to you. Alright, this is Daniela, Purple Star Tarot. I am looking at the Ancestral Path Tarot. Let's see if I have information about this deck. Like, when did it come out? 1995. 1995 is when it came out, with a reprint of 2019. So 2019. Cool. I'm gonna look at some. I'm gonna look at the book. Look at the book here and see what we have in here. Okay, so let me just start off by actually reading the introduction. This is like an unboxing for this book, or this deck. It comes with like a little booklet. So the text by Tracy Rover, published by U.S. Game Systems. The Ancestral Path Tarot is offered by artist Julie Cuccia-Watts as an ancestral gift to you. It is hoped that you will find it a path to the discovery of your own truths. For the artist, it is a synthesis of her spiritual beliefs expressed within the structures of the tarot. Its imagery speaks of the human experience, emphasizing potential taps into the past and preserved through verbal and written histories, traditions, and myths. The visual feast fulfills the raison d'etre, I don't speak French, hopefully that was right, of the tarot patterns, creating meaningful stories of the human condition. We are all embryonic ancestors, similar to the fetus in the Hanged One image in the Ancestral Path Tarot. Through the placental cord of cultural transmission, we imbibe the worldview of those who shaped it and adapted it. We are nourished on the legacy of their belief systems. We are so immersed in the amniotic fluid of our own particular cultural system that we rarely realize that all this nurturing was meant to prepare us for the birth of our own impact on that culture. The process of birth into awareness and responsibility as a mature adult is painful. The world outside of our cultural room is complex and diverse. Some womb nurtured beliefs are inappropriate for survival and success in this world. Many beliefs from other ancestral paths intrude upon our awareness. There are collective and individual paths in infinite variety. As we sift and sort through all that human experience offers, from the dawn of humanity through the present, we spend a lifetime of path working. We follow the paths of others. We widen or close off pathways on our journey. We carve new paths through unexplored territory. More critically, perhaps, we also shape paths for others, contemporaries as well as descendants, who will view us as ancestors. Evaluating whether we are clearing a path or muddling it or for others is an enlightening exercise. The emphasis on paths of the ancestors in the Ancestral Path Tarot is not the anthropological emphasis on cults of the dead, but on a living tradition from all human cultures available to us to factor into our worldview. Defining yourself as an ancestor and your living role models as ancestors place you in the unique perspective offered by the Ancestral Path Tarot. The deck portrays paths created by ancestors of different cultures and times for our consideration. Awesome. Okay, so skimming over everything here, we have 4 suits, and they depict representative cultures of 4 racial groups. We have Japanese swords, Egyptian staves, British cups, and Native American sacred circles. Each culture is portrayed during a distinct historical epoch: the Japanese feudal era, the Egyptian 19th dynasty of Ramses II, Arthurian Britain, and post-contact America.
Yo, can I take spawn out of the envelope thing?
I'm sorry, what?
Can I take spawn out of the envelope thing?
I have no idea what you're doing, but do yes.
No, I mean, are you still doing that?
I'm just doing live. Do whatever you want to do.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, sorry about that. Alright, so we are now looking at all of the different... Okay, actually let's just look at the cards, and then I'll refer to that if I want to look more into the book. Awesome. Well, let's see. Alright, okay, so I am just going to pull a few cards out and see what we get. So this will be a reading for whoever this resonates with. Because, yeah, we're going to look at the pictures, we're going to understand what the cards mean. Okay. These cards are huge. Okay, here we go. Okay, the first card. 6 of Staves. So, like we just read, the Staves are Egyptians. This is Egyptian culture. Okay, we have horses. We have lots of blue. Blue and red together. And everyone's wearing white. I can see that there are three looking like rulers. They have snakes. Let's put it up here. Okay, well, it looks like we're on a mission. We're heading towards something. We're heading towards the future. It almost gives me that like vibes of the Chariot. So with the number 6, okay, I'm gonna think of 6 as connecting to the energy of like the Lover's card. And then this is staves. Staves is passion. That's our fire. That's swans. So yeah, 6. So the beginning. This is our right now. The situation that we're looking at. So in this situation, it's like you're being guided to go forward. And there's a lot of blue on it. So like with the blue, I'm thinking like you're actually going to be. So blue and red. So red is a color of power. Red is a color of ambition and drive going forward. There's more blue here than there is red. So what that is speaking to me is kind of what the theme has been recently of using your voice, using your expression, being able to communicate, being able to put your voice out there. But 6, like I said, that's like lover's energy. So that's like the love that you have for yourself, the love that you have and then for the community around you. Okay, let's read what it says inside of this. 6 of staves. Victory, achievement, adultation, honor, awards, celebration, or recognition, overcoming obstacles, adversely, a hollow theatrical, an inconclusive or false victory, the pitfalls of patriotism, and hero worship. So, yeah, what I was feeling when I looked at that is like, okay, we're moving forward, but guided by the passion that we have and being able to express ourselves. So, express ourselves and like express where we've came from, where we're going. Okay, so then the next card is the Fool card. So let me see here, the Fool. So it's really funny, like the Fool here. Okay, this is literally the cards that we're looking at. I bet this like picture probably is like the artist or one of the people that were written about in here. We'll look at that later and see. But just from looking at this, it's like, it's actually like, it's funny because it's like the card and then inside the card is the card again. Like the same as that card. There it goes, it focused. So, this is like, we're starting all over again, like going through like that Inception stuff, like you can see it inside of it and you see it again and you can just see like how it keeps spiraling in. But also spiraling out using the creation. And then we also have like a marionette on the side there, the puppet. So wow. And then even behind her, there's a mirror of like the jesters. The Fool card. This is a Ancestral Path Tarot deck. Okay, so with this, it's like, okay, you are expressing yourself. That's the situation. You're expressing yourself. And with this being the situation, now this is like this is what to embody. This is what you are to embody. That I I kind of feel like you might have been afraid to use your voice. You might have been afraid to use your voice and be able to express yourself, but this is really kind of just saying this is the obstacle. Is like, oh, am I going to make a fool out of myself? Am I able to take a risk? Am I able to just go and do what I feel like I am here to express? And inside of this picture, like the fool is like holding the card that they created of this card. So it's all like, okay, I'm doing it. This is, I have tangible evidence of the actual um, thing I've been dreaming about, the thing that's been firing me up, that spark of passion that you got from the Ace of Staves, the beginning of the whole fiery episode of the situation, that you have now progressing into being able to express that. And then once you express that, then you're like, okay, I've expressed it. Now I have something actual tangible to be able to show this is what I use to express it. So it's like being able to move to it. So the Fool is the beginning. I'm like, so when you picture like the original Fool card, that they're like walking off on the cliff, and that right there is like evidence of the ground. Like the table here, that's a structure. This is the ground. You're able to actually see your reflection of all of the dreams that you have to be able to go forward. Okay. And then, and even with the yellow, like this is joy, just being joyful, being able to joyfully express yourself and be so excited that you actually have something to show for how you express yourself. And then we have the future guidance, the tower. The first card that we had, that was Egyptian themed, and then we're also ending with another Egyptian themed. Before I go to that, I'm going to look at the cards though. I want to look at the book and see like how the book explains this. So, the Fool card. The Fool card is beginnings, the heady moment before diving into the future and the state of being untested or inexperienced, the feeling of quivering anticipation when arriving at the brink of experience, exploring the unknown, risking, taking a leap of faith, stepping onto an untested path, and leaping into the spiral. Consulting an oracle, paying attention to omens, using divination to clear a tangled path. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean that's what we're saying is like you're able to like, and actually like, so what she said, using divination for an untangled path. It's like if you're watching this live video, I mean you're you're watching divination. So like this is a story for you, whoever is tuning into this. Um, so if you feel this, I mean, be sure to like and subscribe and support me expressing me, because this is also a story for me. This is how tarot works. Is that there are always going to be mirrors, mirrors. Okay, we got a pearl in the back there. Okay, awesome. Okay, so then we have the tower. With the tower, what we see is that there is. This is like a church. Okay, we have a church with stained glass up top. And then down below we have like this sphinx. So I kind of feel that okay, so like this is like the tower here is like breaking down your structure of what we're in society right now, and then being able to live out your mystical self. So so yeah, that's the message is that okay, we're getting on our divine horse. I mean, this isn't a chariot card, but this is definitely chariot energy. I'm feeling is that you're taking that spark and then you're riding with it, and you're going to be able to you're creating something with what you have, and you're not afraid to take the risk, not afraid to be out and show something for yourself, actually make something and make it happen. And so then you're destroying what the old structure that's the future guidance is destroying the old structure of what you thought society wanted you to be, and just living out what you know you're being divinely guided to go towards. Okay, so I like that message. Um, let's continue on that. Let's see some more cards and like just add to this and see what might be blocking us from moving forward. Because it's like we clearly see the path. But what's blocking us? Okay. Let's shuffle these cards and see what's up. These cards are huge. Okay. Okay. What might be blocking us? Okay. Let's see. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay, let's look at Queen of Swords and see what this looks like. Okay, here's the card Queen of Swords. You see this woman is like looking down on these islands, these foundations. So what I feel like what's blocking you from moving forward? What's blocking you from moving forward um or might be helping you get unblocked is Queen of Swords. So like what I see is that she's looking very lovingly. She's looking down at her civilization. She's like maybe protecting them and also helping with boundaries. Um, but also like mental blockages. That's what it kind of feels like there might be some hangups of like she's wearing blue as well. So like it kind of feels like because of the security of the way things have been, that it you're just nurturing what exists at this time, and I kind of feel like knowing that the nurturing is coming from above. I'm not, like it's not exactly, but like the mental health, your mental state is what's kind of blocking that. Let's see what it says here in this book here of the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is Nami, is the name. Joy in the creative process, pride in one's creations, making something from nothing, letting what you love grow in its own light, vigilance against threats to new or hard-won accomplishments, delight in children or grandchildren, parenting skills, and family pride. So, this card is for this card. So what we see here is that we know we need to move forward. We know that we have things to express. And this passion, there's a little bit of it. There's not a lot of red, but there is definitely some passion here guiding you to go forward. But because there is stability in the way that you have been expressing yourself, that is what is holding back in a way. But also maybe there has been an issue of actually finding that spark of joy needed to be able to make this idea, this situation, to explore further. But if there is an issue, of course, then really it's just like tapping into what is it that brings you joy? What is it that actually sparked you joy? What is going to make more red appear in this celebration, in this party, in the current situation that is going to make it make sense for you to be able to understand that what you have going on is going to be stable. You're not going to have issues because you have mother protection. You have ancestral protection, that whatever it is that you are knowing that this is part of your path, that you just need to be able to understand that you're being guided. you're not riding in this alone. You're being cheered on by the crowd. Which the crowd in this is your ancestors. Like whatever your great great grandparents' dream was, it lives on in you. And they're saying go for it. Go for it. Go take that risk. Go ahead and go for it because you're gonna have something to show for it. Okay. So next card. Let's look at this deck again. I love these colors and pictures. So awesome, awesome. I love this. Let's see. Okay. This one's for underneath the Fool card. Let's see what I got. Okay. That's awesome. Six of sacred circles. Look at those little like rainbows in the tree. So colorful and pretty. And like the winter landscape. It's probably winter in some place. If somebody is watching this right now, you see like you see the glitter. Like they're able to make that glittery. Like that's what's so beautiful about when it snows, that you like can see how fresh it is, and the little feet prints of the animals that have gone by, and the moon shining. That's a really pretty card. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spectrum colors in the tree. So 6 of sacred circles. Okay, this is gonna be 6 of pentacles. 6 of pentacles. That's like giving, receiving, getting success for your circle, for your, and like I feel like with the colors there's like you're just gonna, by you going out and taking the risk to go do your expression of what it is that you're needing to do, that you're gonna be able to, you're gonna see the rewards from that. The more you give, the more you get. I mean, you always want to make sure that there is a fair, like, for like kind of like assessing the effort that you're putting forth. Like if you put forth the effort and you complete the project, just sit back and see like what you're going to receive back from that, like feedback, responses, like just understanding that there's a full spectrum of the way that give and receive works. So you may put energy into your project in one area. You might put energy into your situation in one area. You might not actually see it being received from that same source, but you might actually get it received from a different source. You know what I mean? Like say like you, I like the first thing that comes to mind is like work. Okay, so like you give all this all to a project or something, thinking that you're going to see rewards from that project, and you might not actually get the money for that from that project. You might not get the reception there, but you might actually start getting you might get a check in the mail for something completely unrelated, and it's like, okay, you gave so much of your creative juices into one project that you're receiving recognition monetarily for the work that you've done in a different way. Um, yeah, like following your like your dream though, like is really what we see. We need to do like as the Fool, and then this is what's next to it, the 6 of sacred circles. It's like, and the 6 circles, and is the pentacles in this deck. So let's see what it says in this here. Since we're meeting this new deck, I like reading the information that goes with them. Suits should be in the last one here. Okay, so that was 6 of sacred circles. Reciprocation, sharing prosperities with those who helped you become prosperous, the giving or receiving of a gift, passing on of wealth in the Native American custom of potlatch. Potlatch. I don't even know what that is, so I'm going to look it up actually. Potlatch. What is that? Potlatch is a gift-giving feast practiced by indigenous peoples of the Pacific Northwest coast of Canada and the United States, among whom it is traditionally the primary governmental institution, legislative body, and economic system. It's a common feature of the people of the interiors. Let's see if we can give like an example of what it involves giving away or destroying wealth or valuable items in order to demonstrate a leader's wealth and power. They also focus on the reaffirmation of family, clan, international connections, and a human connection to the supernatural world. They involve music, dancing, singing, storytelling, making speeches, and often joking and games. The honoring of supernatural and recitation of oral histories are a central part of many potlatches. Okay. So that's, again, like actually going back to the whole thing about expression, like being able to express yourself through joking, talking, speaking, dancing, singing, like all of that is expression. So that's going back to the blue that we see here, that theme of the colors that's going through here. There's red here, okay, red is passion, and then we have reds and pinks here. It's like, okay, there's red and pink in the background, purple. It's like your divine connection of expression is being upheld by your ancestors, and then now it's time for you to embody it. It's time for you to love yourself and your creative existence, because she's wearing pink there. I'm seeing the pink, yellow, joy, spark, blue, purples. Your divine background, your stability is on your divinity that you were inherited by. That's the reason why you're put here on this earth. And so now full spectrum, the whole thing is going to just explode. Like it's being held there in like such a beautiful like way, in just the scenery of the night sky and the moon, that this is what's kind of showing that there's light there. This is the creature's feet print, like that just really shows this is part of storytelling. This is what we do with pictures. This is what we do. This is why we do tarot cards. Like, I thought this deck was so beautiful. You're able to really tell a story by looking at this. So this is really saying, go ahead, express yourself. Your intuition is going to guide you which way to go. And the 6 of sacred circles, that you're going to see rewards from this because you're actually putting forth the effort. Okay? So then, Tower. We already looked at the Tower. That one is what we are going to have to destroy, our structured belief system that has held us back from living out our divine past, and making that our future, being that thing that you're supposed to be expressing. Are you a storyteller? Are you a dreamer, dancer, singer, comedian? Like, what is it that you bring to the world? And like I said, this is potlatch, was related to this, that's where you're honoring the supernatural, honoring the divine that lives inside of you through your ancestors' dreams, are living through inside of you, living through you. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, so what is going to help us with the future guidance here? Two cards came out. Haha, of course this card came out. The Magician. Of course that card came out, okay? And then we also have the Four of Swords. Okay. First one I saw was the Four of Swords, okay? It's like, get some rest. It's like, that's what I'm saying, get some rest and make your magic happen. Like, to sum those two cards up, but I'll look at them one at a time and like actually go through why all this kind of came out. Four of Swords. So, we have two cards that are swords. And I remember reading the swords is the Japanese tradition. So we have the Japanese tradition and then we have the Native American tradition, and then we have the Egyptian tradition. So we got staves. So we got all the elements are here. All the elements are here, showing up, and then of course the magician again is just further showing up. All this, it's all here. You have everything that you need. You have everything that you need, but you might be overworking just a little bit, overthinking things. But this isn't bad. It's like you're. I kind of feel like this is what's holding up. So like the tower's here, and this is what's going to be helping it is the Four of Swords is. Um, yeah, like really just like recovering from the the structure that had to be broken, and honestly like, but during the time of rest, during the time of meditation, during the time of recovery, that time you're able to actually get more of your downloads, more of your insights, more of the wisdom. Like, so I'm really feeling like um, you go to sleep, you're gonna dream, you're gonna have dreams appear to you, for guidance from your ancestors, guidance from the divine to help you go forward with the next step. Let me look at the picture. So in the picture, we have we have like some monks that are walking into like a golden pillar, and this woman is there with sand in her hands. So intuitively, I'm feeling like this is like she might be working, and she's like looking backwards to like see like what are those monks doing. They're like going to go rest, and she's like probably thinking, I need to go do that too, but like I have so much stuff on my hands. I have so much, but no time on my hands. She has time on her hands. Like time is like told through sands, like sands to the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. My grandma would watch Days of Our Lives. So, do 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 do. Okay, so yeah, it's like you do have a lot of time on your hands because you're the magician, and you get things done. You've been through this cycle before. You kind of know what it is, like what it is to get into the swing of things and be able to tell your story. And like I looked at this card last night. I was doing a reading with my mom actually, and this card came out. Of course it did because I come from a family of magicians, and we all do. We have, but it's just how many generations back have we like stopped doing our power, how many generations of it that we haven't been. And fortunately for me, like my mother is a very creative person, so like I had that blessing of being able to express myself because my grandma was creative, my grandma and my grandpa both were, like, so having generations that close to you that have really held up like our tradition of being able to share stories and music and dreams with each other, like then it's fine. But I understand like I guess that kind of like makes sense like why if you haven't been if you've been like generations of not doing that, like if your parents were people that were like, okay, we just have work, we don't have time for fun, go to your room, children should be seen not heard, and you had that kind of experience and you didn't have that outlet at school or anywhere that you felt that you were able to express yourself in a community, then I understand where it might be harder, or you might not know what it is that you want to do to express yourself, where you're just kind of confused of like, I have these ideas. I have a little bit of a spark. It's not coming through. I kind of feel unstable with even imagining that I would be able to be a creative person and actually go out and pursue it and make something tangible out of it. So that's where you're kind of like feeling maybe more in the cold of like, how can I do this? Why can I do this? Like everything, and then if you are in that situation, then it makes sense that like a big structure change is going to have to happen to allow you to go that way. So it's really the tower is, are you are you celebrating that a big change is happening, or are you really scared? If you're scared and frightened about it, sometimes all we need is just some guidance. We just need some guidance to help us see how we're going to go forward, and how to get that guidance is through resting and recovering, really understanding who it is that you are, who it is that you want to be, who it is that your ancestors made sure that your birth actually happened so you are able to live out your dreams. Then you might get some insights by meditating, really quieting your mind, listening to the sparks, listening to what is coming up around you. But the final, like the overall like with this card coming out, the overall message is that you can make your magic happen. You can make your magic happen. I'm like super excited for you. Like, so this is really a sign for you that you can make your magic happen. You are the magician, you are the storyteller, you are the heartbeat, you're the one that keeps the dream alive. You are the one that is going to be able to make your voice be heard. You're going to be able to express yourself in a way that you never thought you were able to. You always imagined it. The little spark has always lived there. That little spark has always been guiding you. And it's just really wanting you to know that you can take that risk. You can go out there and do it. Because all it is just you starting. Just you starting. That's all it takes is for you to start to do the thing. So if you have questions, if you have any need for guidance or anything that is going to help you really understand what it is to be the magician, this is a dream that you're always going to have. You see that infinity symbol above them? This is the reason why you have been put here, is to be able to express yourself, to be able to make your magic happen. Okay, like I'm gonna quit here. I feel like that was the message. I really love these cards, the Ancestral deck. Let me just read one that says for the magician, and then I'm gonna end this live here. The magician. Let me hold it. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. Because the magician holds its magic. The magician is the one who's able to, like, you dream it, you breathe it, you see it, you do it, you make it happen. You make it something you can hold, just like the Fool card. The Fool card here. Okay, you see her. She's holding that card that she created. So if you've been thinking about creating a deck, creating a piece of art, something that you can display, something you can hold, get that image out of your head, put it down on paper. The magician. Okay, so the magician here. The magician, male active force, creativity, spontaneity, practicality, skill, inventiveness, self-reliance, willpower, self-confidence, the ability to imagine, create, and see ideas through to completion, the art of persuasion, or the ability to influence others. It can also represent the use of power for negative purposes, powering over rather than empowering others, selfish hoarding rather than sharing with the community, and exploiting others of resources. So, use your magic for good. I mean, you can use your magic for however you want to, right? But like I'm in an energy of empowering others and making sure that we're all helping one another. So if you have that magic ability to like see a vision for somebody else, to help another people with their guidance, use it, and don't like try to take credit for it. You can collaborate with people, but really right now it's like if you're not able to produce the thing on your own for yourself, like that's where you need to focus. Make your magic happen for you. Tell your story. Tell the story of your ancestors. That's the message. All right, I'm gonna end this here. Thank you so much. If you want a live reading, I'll be on here later. Thank you, and you have a good one, y'all.